Okatakyie Afrifa-Mensah, a renowned Ghanaian broadcast journalist and former host of the widely followed morning show Anorpa Borfor on Angel FM TV, has recently parted ways with the Angel Broadcasting Network, ABN. His exit has ignited a firestorm of discussions, with a multitude of theories and narratives emerging about the reasons behind his sudden departure. This article explores the layered and multifaceted factors contributing to Afrifa-Mensah's exit, touching on internal conflicts, public controversies, political pressures, and the growing tensions between media and power in Ghana. On January 8, 2025, Afrifa-Mensah officially announced his resignation from ABN, citing differences in interests between the management of the company and myself. While he expressed gratitude for the platform and hinted at future plans, the statement barely scratched the surface of what appears to be a far more complex situation involving power dynamics, public criticism, and intense political undercurrents. Afrifa-Mensah's outspoken style, often regarded as bold and unfiltered, brought him into conflict with the Gar community. His comments about Gar traditional leaders, particularly the Gborbu Wulomo of the Nungua Traditional Council, were deemed disrespectful, sparking public outrage. A group of Gar youth staged a protest at Angel FM TV, demanding an apology. Afrifa-Mensah, however, doubled down, referring to the protesters as spineless cowards, which only inflamed the tensions further. The situation escalated when the Nungua Traditional Council formally summoned Afrifa-Mensah for what they described as defamatory statements. This clash with traditional authorities cast a shadow over his tenure at ABN, painting him as a divisive figure who was unafraid to challenge cultural norms and authority, regardless of the consequences. Within ABN, Afrifa-Mensah's confrontational style reportedly led to significant friction with the network's management. Sources suggest that Dr. Kwaku Oteng, the founder of Angel Group of Companies, had expressed concerns about Afrifa-Mensah's aggressive approach, particularly regarding his relentless criticisms of illegal mining activities, galamsey. While Afrifa-Mensah maintained that his primary allegiance was to the Ghanaian public, this stance reportedly created tension with management, who felt that his methods were too polarizing and jeopardized the company's relationships with key stakeholders. Another critical dimension to Afrifa-Mensah's departure lies in Ghana's ever-evolving political landscape. Often perceived as a staunch supporter of the new Patriotic Party, NPP, his vocal criticisms of the opposition National Democratic Congress, NDC, made him a controversial figure. Critics argue that Afrifa-Mensah's combative approach was tolerated by ABN while the NPP was in power, as it aligned with the network's perceived political leanings. However, following the NPP's loss in the recent elections, his style became a liability, with some suggesting that his perceived political alignment made him expendable. Reports suggest that after the NDC's victory, ABN faced threats of financial boycotts and sabotage if Afrifa-Mensah continued as a host. These pressures allegedly left Dr. Kwaku Oteng with little choice but to part ways with the journalist. While Afrifa-Mensah framed his departure as a resignation, insiders claim it was more of a strategic dismissal orchestrated to protect ABN's business interests. Afrifa-Mensah's outspoken nature also brought him into direct conflict with powerful religious figures in Ghana, including Reverend Ebenezer Adarkwa Yiadom, popularly known as Prophet One or Opambuor, and Reverend Obafuor, founder of the Anointed Palace Chapel. Afrifa-Mensah openly criticized Opambuor for allegedly using curses and threats against Ghanaians, calling such actions un-Christian. The feud intensified when Afrifa-Mensah accused Opambuor of exploiting his followers and being unworthy of his religious title. In retaliation, Opambour publicly cursed Afrifa-Mensah, declaring that he and his descendants would face perpetual hardship and failure. This high-profile conflict added to the storm of controversies surrounding Afrifa-Mensah, with some speculating that Opambour's influence might have played a role in his dismissal from ABN. However, these claims remain unproven. Another significant religious controversy involved Reverend Obofour. Afrifa-Mensah criticized clergymen, including Obofour, for allegedly aligning themselves with former President John Mahama in a bid to secure personal gains under an NDC-led administration. Obofour publicly refuted these allegations, emphasizing that his meeting with Mahama was motivated by national interest rather than self-benefit. The exchange between the two figures further divided public opinion, with some attributing Afrifa-Mensah's eventual exit to the mounting pressures from powerful religious and political figures. While Afrifa-Mensah's supporters laud him as a fearless journalist committed to holding power to account, his critics paint a starkly different picture. Detractors accuse him of arrogance, unprofessionalism, and using his platform to settle political scores. The term jandam, a colloquial term implying sabotage or betrayal, has been frequently used by his critics, who claim that Afrifa-Mensah weaponized his influence against political rivals. Furthermore, his sudden disappearance from public life post-resignation has fueled speculation that he is now fearful for his safety, with some labeling him a coward who could not withstand the consequences of his actions. Afrifa-Mensah's departure from ABN is a stark reminder of the precarious position journalists occupy within Ghana's politically charged media landscape. Media organizations, often dependent on advertising revenue and political goodwill, must navigate a delicate balance between editorial independence and survival in a highly polarized environment. Journalists like Afrifa-Mensah, who push boundaries and challenge authority, frequently find themselves caught in the crossfire of competing interests. This episode also highlights the broader challenges of media practice in Ghana, where the lines between journalism, politics, and business are often blurred. Afrifa-Mensah's case serves as a cautionary tale of how media practitioners can become pawns in a larger political game, with their careers subject to the shifting tides of political fortune. Okatakyie Afrifa-Mensah's exit from Angel FM TV marks a significant turning point in his career and serves as a microcosm of the complexities facing Ghanaian media today. His resignation, while officially attributed to differences with management, is deeply intertwined with controversies, political dynamics, and public perceptions. Whether he emerges from this episode stronger or fades into obscurity remains to be seen. As Ghana grapples with issues of press freedom and political accountability, the story of Afrifa-Mensah serves as a powerful reminder of the critical role journalists play in shaping public discourse and the immense pressures they face in doing so. At Ghana AI News, we are committed to uncovering the hidden truths and systemic challenges facing Ghana. From political misconduct to institutional failures, we provide in-depth analyses and investigative reports that expose the realities affecting everyday Ghanaians. Gain exclusive access to unbiased, factual, and comprehensive reporting. Stay updated on the critical issues shaping Ghana's future. Join a community of informed viewers dedicated to transparency and accountability. Your subscription supports our mission to hold power to account and foster meaningful change in Ghana. Together, we can build a better, more informed society. Subscribe now and be part of the movement for a better Ghana.